Hi, good day. Today we're going to be looking at the simulation on gravity and orbits. So the questions that we were asked based on the simulation is what controls and options have you found in the simulation? So let's press play over here. A couple of things that I saw was we can activate gravity and deactivate the gravity over here. We can also see the gravitational force, and which is indicated by the blue arrow over there. Also the velocity, which is indicated by the orange arrow, and then the path that the Earth would orbit, and then a grid just to indicate that path more clear. We can also play around here with the masses of both the sun as well as the planet, right? And then here at the bottom we have the days of the year, um, or yeah, that the orbit will take. And then the next question that was asked is, why do you think gravity is important? So gravity is the force that pulls the Earth towards and away from the sun. Without gravity, Earth will float out of its orbit. So if we just reset over here and we take gravity off, let's see what happens to Earth. There we can see that it just float out into space basically. Let me just reactivate that. And then the next question that was asked is, why do you think Earth moves but the sun does not? So the sun, which is a star, has a higher force of gravity. Therefore, any small movement from the sun will either pull the Earth closer or push the Earth further away. And that we can see when we play around with the mass. So there we can see now the orbit is getting bigger if the mass of the Earth decreases, and if it increases, then the Earth pulls closer towards the sun. So, alright, let's reset that. And then the next thing we're looking at is, how can you make the moon go around the Earth in a bigger circle? Okay, so we need to focus on the moon and the Earth, which is this one over here. Right, so to make the moon go quicker around the Earth, we need to decrease the Earth's mass. Right, so we're going to decrease the Earth's mass over there. And this will result that the moon will have a bigger orbit around the Earth, as you can see there. And then the next thing is, how can we make the Earth take more time to go around the sun? Right, so we're going to go back to the Earth and the sun. Let's just reset everything. So we need to decrease the mass of the sun, right? Decrease the mass of the sun, and this will result that the Earth will move in a bigger orbit as well, as you can see there. And then lastly, how can you make the Earth take less time to go around the sun? So let's first reset everything. We want the Earth to take less time, so we need to increase the mass of the sun, right? So if we look at our days here at the bottom, I'm going to clear it over here. We know it normally takes 365, which we can see I basically started somewhere about here. Alright, so what I'll do is when it comes center, I'll just clear. Alright, so now we're going to increase. And we're going to look at how quick it goes around. So there we can see it's about 170. So 170 days, which is much quicker than our normal 365. So basically that's what I've learned. Thank you. Bye-bye.